Oh shit. Oh my god. Holy shit, I am finally fucking free of this song. Again, that ticking act 6 or whatever was bad. It's at least minus 20 there, but I think that's still first by 500. Like, just on the mark, pretty much. Literally on the dot. So I can be happy with that fully. I mean, not that it has any right to stay that way, but whatever. Oh my god. I have been doing this on and off. Seriously? For like a year. I have a video on one of my hard drives. It's not like relevant. I'm not even going to include it in this. I don't think I really have much room to include any kind of chokes. I think I only have like one quote-unquote choke run that's worthy to include in this because I somehow didn't have a last act choke. But anyway, yeah, I have a video of this song on one of my hard drives from December of 2024. And it's certainly not something that I've been going for like regularly by any means, but I've picked this up way too many times in the past year or so. This is around mid-January. In addition to not having any last act chokes, I didn't drop any ticks at the very least, which I thoroughly expected to, and those can be extremely costly, especially under the last act on those chords. So again, everything lining up here to get first by 500 I'm very happy with, but obviously it just could be a lot better. So as I said, I am completely fucking done with this song for good, but there is a shit ton left on this song. This might be, I mean, there are just so many candidates, but this has to be like a top 3 hardest to optimize song in this entire game, taking into account stupid shit like Freebird. But I did a full TAS run of this song, like when I first did this song, I think. If not then, it was when I redid it near the end of 2024. And the total I got from that was 395.4. On Act 1, there was a frame perfect 200 by getting buffered first frame whammy on both phrases, using the upper bound path for Acts 2 and 3 is plus 300 from here, and then there's another 200 on the nearly ideal last act as well. So yeah, just a disgusting amount of optimization possible here. All of those squeezes, besides the upper bound second, which I did hit in my first record of this, are insane. Both the nearly ideal third and last were 3 frame windows. I guess the third act would be slightly more reasonable because it only has the one whammy and it's a strum whammy. But abusing these hopo front ends is the most annoying shit in the world, and like doing anything more than this path required was just completely out of the question. But if that third nearly ideal is somewhat reasonable, then 395k would be like humanly feasible. But yeah, that upper bound second act is only worth 100. I mean, I'm trying to optimize that yellow-orange whammy after Act 1 anyway, so I don't have to worry about going for a crazy front end on Act 2 on this path. But cutting out an entire act, let alone an upper bound act, when I'm fishing for this Act 3 double and nearly ideal Act 4, I just did not see a world where I would be able or especially willing to go through that for another 100. Also, my last record of this, my mic for some reason wasn't picking up audio, and so that run was kind of underwhelming for that reason as well. I was still okay with that last record. It was 394.502, because even though the ticks were bad, I at least cracked 394.5. But also the way I did it was pretty cool by getting 8 off the last act to clutch that. But I still knew that this fourth act on this path 200 was reasonable enough that I wouldn't feel truly satisfied with this song until I got it. This was also the first session that I've done of this song where I stopped using extended hit window for Act 2 because I just literally could not hit that front end trying to use it in this session. I don't know why. Like in previous sessions, it was anywhere from like 50 to 70% that I wouldn't red flame the front end or miss on it. This session, it was like I just could not do it at all. So I switched to really focusing on the whammy and the back end, hitting that as early as possible. And my consistency with it was very solid. So extended hit window is great, but sometimes you have to realize when it's causing more harm than good, when you just cannot mentally get over that hump. Another thing that was super irritating about this grind on and off is that every time I pick this song back up, that first act would just give me so much shit. It's not super tight, but given the fact that both whammies are hopos, it is a difficult act, and just having the entire rest of the run gate kept behind that is just a nightmare when it's even just like 50% consistent. But every time I get kind of adjusted back to it, and that consistency increases to around like 70-80%, and it becomes tolerable. But again, for some reason, extended hit window always gives me headaches there, red flaming that front end. So that third act double, the frame data is fairly generous. It's a 4-frame window for that act from TAS, which makes sense given the tempo and everything. But again, just like Act 3, what makes it so difficult is having to perform it in the middle of that hopo sequence. I mean, if I didn't care about ticks at all, I could use the path front end on that first red strum, but I do care about ticks. I definitely wanted at least 0.7 here. And trying to hit the double on that back end, not only would the execution be really awkward, going from holding out that blue-orange sustain to getting the back end on that green pull-off, but I would inevitably be dropping many ticks consistently, so an adjustment there was pretty mandatory. This is just about the best spot I found, and it's still very awkward. And red flaming the front end seriously happened like 70% of the runs there. So, yeah, overall, just unbelievably irritating to grind this song. But finally got a score I'm really happy with on this and can put it away for good.